Hello there and welcome to another review by the MXQ project. Today's video is all about the Xiaomi Mi projector, which is playing just behind me now. This is a full 1080p projector, and if you have the budget then you'll be wanting to stick around and check this review out. My name is Matthew and you're watching another review by the MXQ project. If you haven't checked it out already, go right now and check out OUKITEL. It's available for Amlogic devices, S905, S905 including S905X, S905D and S905W. It is an amazing piece of firmware and it is enabling you to play retro gaming systems on your Amlogic TV boxes. Go check it out now. The Xiaomi Mi projector is like no other projector we've looked at so far on this channel. It is aimed at a more professional user, as this is a high-end projector that will give you a cinema-like experience. The Xiaomi Mi projector also boasts an ultra-short throw projection, which is really good because you can keep it as close to the wall or projection screen, which allows you to achieve a huge image size even though it's just a few centimeters away from your wall. As well as that, it boasts 5,000 lumens, and I can assure you it's the brightest projector we've ever looked at, and you can achieve a pretty decent image quality in the daytime. The Xiaomi Mi projector also has a number of inputs, such as plenty of HDMI inputs, USB ports, as well as Ethernet and a few other inputs as well. The technology used in the Xiaomi Mi projector is developed by a company called Appatronics and is known as ALPD. And this technology is also used in Chinese theatres, so you just know that this projector is going to be providing you with a true cinema-like experience. So the actual Android system itself isn't probably something you're going to be using too much, unless you manage to install YouTube, etc. But apart from that, the actual system settings will allow you to change a myriad of different image settings, such as the keystone, as well as the contrast, and so on. The thing is, with this sort of projector, you really do need to spend some time tweaking it to get just the right sort of contrast and brightness, etc. to suit your needs. So once you've set up your Android system with the English settings, you'll probably notice that the actual Android firmware isn't really going to be used too much, unless you manage to install the YouTube app, that you can actually do, but it's, you know, will take you a bit of time getting used to actually doing stuff like that with this firmware. Now, apart from that, the actual system settings within Android will allow you to change a myriad of different image settings, such as the contrast, brightness and so on. And this sort of projector, you really do need to spend quite a bit of time tweaking it to get it just the perfect way that you want it. As well as that, the actual system settings will allow you to use and change the actual contrast, brightness, etc. when maybe you've got an HDMI input plugged in, so don't worry about that too much. So the actual keystone settings on the Xiaomi Mi projector allows you to really customize it to your, specific preference. There's a 4-point keystone and 8-point keystone, and as you can see, we can change it quite a lot, and you might spend quite a long time getting it just right. Like I said, this projector is aimed at someone wanting a high-end projector and really fully understands how these sort of projectors work. This projector is capable of 5,000 lumens, and Xiaomi say that it's Ansi Lumens. Whether that's true or not, I'm not entirely sure, but it's bright. That is the only thing I know, and sometimes it can be a little bit too bright if you ask me. That's why you really do need to change and tweak those settings to get them just right for your eyes. So here it is during the daytime in a very dark room, and as you can see, it's performing really well. Now, that's not to say that if you maybe open the curtains or the blinds that things are going to go downhill, because this room, we've got the windows open, we've got the curtains open, and there's a lot of sunlight coming in, and yet the projector is pretty much handling it pretty well. I think so. Whether you do or not, you can tell me in the comment section below. So a lot of reviewers have actually stated that this projector really does handle its colours very well, especially black and grey colours. We've got a test card just up now, and I can, pretty much confirm this, that the colours produced from this projector are pretty spot on. As well as that, this is a laser projector, so those colours are going to be sustained over a long period of time. If you didn't already know, some LED projectors do degrade over time sometimes with the actual colour intensity and quality. So being a laser projector, yes, these colours are very good, and of course you can tweak them, get them just right for your personal preference. So this system is fitted with a very good sound system. It's got 4 speakers built in, and they are certified by Dolby, which means that you're going to get a cinema-like sound experience. So you're not really going to have to go out there and buy another sound setup, although a lot of people have said you're still going to have to plug in a surround sound, etc. But this sort of sound system built in this projector would be equivalent to, say, a pretty decent sound bar. So now we're going to play a couple of samples to try and give you an idea of what you should expect from this sound system.
Just 'cause you're packing, look down south. That don't mean I'm never gonna take it like now, baby. Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail. The band was jumping and the drum began to swell.
This projector is very heavy. It's actually the heaviest projector we've ever looked at, even heavier than some of the older, more outdated projectors that we've taken a look at a couple of months ago. This weighs nearly 7 kilos, and I can tell you that's heavy for a projector, and to me, I don't really understand why that is. I mean, we've got the Gimme H1 for example, can almost achieve the same sort of image quality, and it weighs maybe a tenth of the weight. But anyway, it's a heavy piece of machinery, but you're going to benefit from the actual ultra short throw projection that this projector can achieve, and you can keep it as close to your wall or on the ceiling if you want to, with the ceiling mounts that are actually underneath the projector. So it's going to get out of the way, keep it out of the way, and you're not really going to be touching it too much. So I'm sure you're all wondering, how does this perform with games? Well, we decided to hook up an Xbox One and tried a few games on it, and I can tell you that it runs pretty well. Now you've got to make sure that your projector is properly set up, otherwise the games might not look right and might not perform properly or how you would expect it. It's very bright as well, so playing it through the daytime isn't going to be too much of an issue. Just make sure maybe the blinds are, shut or the curtains are drawn. As well as that, the input lag from the games, well, it's barely noticeable. I'm sure you could measure it. I think another YouTuber actually did measure it, and it was in the milliseconds. So as far as you're concerned, using it as a game system, it's going to be pretty good. So I bet you're all wondering, how big can this projector project? Well, it does say in the manual that the maximum image size is about 150 inches. Well, we got it quite a bit bigger. This is the side of my house, and this measures maybe 300 to 400 inches in size, and I thought it was pretty decent. Obviously it's a little bit pixelated when you actually get up close, but this does give you an idea of what sort of size you can expect from this projector when projecting it onto a wall. So like I said before, this projector, well, it's pretty bright, and if you've got children running around, I'm sure you really want to protect those eyes if they just so happen to stare into the actual laser beam. And if that happened, it's going to hurt a little bit. So this projector has built-in protection. For example, did you see that? The projector cut off. There is 2 IR sensors just located on either side of the projector, protecting your eyes and anyone else around you. I'll say it once and I'll say it again, this device is really customizable, but it's more aimed at that professional user. This has adjustable feet on the bottom, just in case you want to get the angle just right for whatever you wanted to achieve with this projector. Okay guys, this is the bad part. There is something really weird going on with this projector, and us here at the MSQ Project have never witnessed this before. We really don't understand what Xiaomi are actually doing. A number of people have actually reported on this, but not a lot of YouTube reviewers have, and we found it really important to discuss it. Out the box, you're going to find your projector is very wavy, the image quality at least, and around the edges it's all jagged and it doesn't really make any sense. Now, we found over time that we could get around this by making tweaks to the actual system settings and getting that keystone just right, but it's never made it perfect. And again, I would love Xiaomi to get in touch and explain why this is, and maybe you at home do. Maybe you understand this projector more than us here at the MXQ Project, and if you do, please make a comment in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. But again, when you receive this projector, you're going to be doing a lot of tweaking. There's waviness going on right through the image, and it doesn't really make any sense to us. The projector has got so much potential, it just doesn't make any sense to us. So to summarise, if you're looking for a projector that's gonna produce a cinema-like experience, then this is for you. But if you're someone that really doesn't understand how these work, aren't really prepared to spend the time tweaking it and getting it just right, then please avoid it, because you're gonna come across many issues that you're gonna take time to really fully understand and sort out. This is for maybe the hobbyist, if you like. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a very different one here at the MXQ Project, and yeah, don't forget to check out the website mxqproject.com, as well as the Facebook group, as well as Twitter at MXQ Project. Thanks again, guys, and we shall see you very, very soon. Sorry, start this again. I don't know what ALPD stands for. I can't remember.